I know we don't talk about a lot of throwback paint schemes on here. I don't think we talked about any this year, actually. But if you can't tell by the hat and the shirt here, you know, see, look at that car, beautiful. I'm a big Jeff Gordon fan. And yeah, they're going to have a throwback scheme for him on the 24 car this year. And it's one that has been very much wanted by fans all across NASCAR. Not just Jeff Gordon fans, but NASCAR fans everywhere. And it's the Flames, okay? Jeff Gordon, it's 2007, okay? It's based off the 2007 car more. But, you know, the Flames, they were pretty consistent from, I think it was 2001 to 2008 is when they ran this kind of paint scheme before they changed it to the orange and black with the Flames. But yes, 2007 was a magical year for Jeff Gordon. 30 top 10s, 21 top 5s, and 6 wins. And also in this season, it included Gordon's tying Dale Earnhardt's record of, or tying Dale Earnhardt on the all-time wins list, and then also passing Dale Earnhardt on the all-time wins list. He tied it at Phoenix, passed him at Talladega, and also in that 2007 season, he won at Darlington, which is where this car will be run. But yes, and he should have won the championship, but the chase format exists. So, yeah, before I go into like a 30-minute Jeff Gordon talk, I guess, let's look at it. Oh, what a beauty. Look at these pictures. Is this not the best throwback scheme of 2022 already? The numbers moved up, which is whatever, I guess. It doesn't ruin the scheme, though, thankfully. It still looks like the classic number 24. The flames are epic, as expected. The 24 on top of the car with the flames, still epic. The Exalta logo, epic. You know, it used to be DuPont. Now it's Exalta. Still epic. Look how epic this is. The back of the car, I think, is the most underrated part of this scheme. You got all those flames going to the back, and you got the blue with the little neon yellow tip on the flames, and then the back is red, and it looks epic. It's awesome. Have I used the word epic enough yet? I love this car. It's a 10 out of 10 for me already. I haven't even seen the real version of it, but the renderings look awesome. I love it. It's my favorite throwback scheme. It's going to be impossible to pass it because I'm extremely biased, but what an epic paint scheme. Yeah, so as I said, Gordon tied Earnhardt and then passed him on the all-time wins list in that 2007 season. Magical season for Gordon. Should have won the championship. Jeff Gordon should be a 7-time champion. I cannot say this enough. If the chase format / playoffs never existed, Gordon would have won it in 04. He would have won it in 07, and he would have won it in 2014. But that system had to exist. That's a whole other rant for another day. Let's be happy today. Let's relive good memories for Jeff Gordon. He did win a championship in this paint scheme in 2001. You know, I mean, I know once again they said it's based off 2007, but I mean, this paint scheme was basically run for 7, 8 years. So yeah, I mean, really, really cool that they're doing this throwback. It's been long anticipated by Gordon fans, by NASCAR fans. Byron's rookie season in 2018, they did the throwback to the rainbow 24, the Exalta 24, and that was expected, as obviously expected. Byron, it was his first year in the 24. Exalta was on the car. It was, it would have been shocking if they didn't run the rainbow the first year that the 24 had the Exalta. Gordon ran a rainbow throwback in 2015 at Bristol. In his final season, or his final full-time season, his final season in 24, he came back in 2016 for a few races to sub for Dale Jr. when he was out with his concussions. But the Flames has never gotten a throwback yet. It's Byron's what? Fifth year in the Cup Series, and he has never run, like, he ran the new Flames, like the black, yellow, orange Flames, the Flames that Gordon ran from 2014 to 2015. Byron was running that same scheme in 2018 and 2019 and 2020 as well, I believe. Last year was when Byron got his own unique Exalta scheme. But, yeah, so basically, they haven't thrown back to the original Flames paint scheme, the blue and red. And, everyone thought they were going to do it. And then 2019, they did the throwback to the Days of the Thunder. 2020, I think, was a Valvoline throwback. I can't remember what last year's was for Byron, the throwback. It might have been a Valvoline too. But then this year they finally got the throwback back to Exalta. And they finally did the flames. It's so beautiful. I love this car. It looks amazing. Even with the slid up numbers. I wish that they would not banish, but go back to normal number placement just for the throwback race. Because some of the cars, like this one, even with the moved up number, look amazing. I might be biased in saying that because, you know, I'm a Gordon fan. So, you know, whatever. If you don't think it looks epic like I do, you're not a Gordon fan, tell me in the comments if it's not that epic and I'm just overreacting. But you know what? I'm going to think it's epic because I'm a Gordon fan. Let me be biased for this one time. But, yeah, some of the paint schemes look, they honestly don't look too bad with the slid up numbers. And then some of them, it's awful. Like, they do the base paint scheme and they keep everything the same. And some of the paint schemes from like 15, 20 years ago, they based the paint around the number on the center of the door, and some of the teams kept that paint scheme, but they moved the number up and they kept where the number used to be open. It looks bad. It just looks bad. It really does, okay? So I wish they would allow the teams, or the teams would just change up the number placement for the throwback race. I'm fine with it everywhere else because there actually have been some really good schemes this year. I was very skeptical that there would be good-looking cars this year with the moved-up number, but it honestly hasn't been too terrible. There's been some really good-looking cars this year, so yeah. We'll do, I'm sure, a big throwback review of all the throwbacks, some of my favorites. We'll look at some of your favorites, but right now, this one is the best one by a mile because it's a Jeff Gordon throwback, and it looks amazing. The Exalta 24, the DuPont 24, whatever you want to call it, the flames, the blue and red flames, they look amazing. I love them so much. It's amazing. Any throwback to Jeff Gordon is an amazing throwback. There have been some Xfinity throwbacks. Gordon, when he was in the Xfinity at the time Busch Series, he was with I think it was Bill Davis. He ran that Baby Ruth #1 car, the white and red. There's been a lot of throwbacks to that. You know, as I said earlier, the rainbow throwback happened with Byron in 18 and then 15 at Bristol. Gordon did the rainbow throwback himself, so he threw back to himself. But, yeah, then Byron, obviously, this year, he's going to have this. But I'm thinking of other potential throwback 24 schemes. They have Raptor as a sponsor, and they didn't do the Jurassic Park paint scheme. That was a little disappointing. Not just for the throwback race, but overall, because, honestly, I don't like the Raptor paint scheme for Byron. It's very boring. It looks like a test car. I wish they'd put some creativity into that. But, you know, that's just me. You know, the Jurassic Park, the T-Rex, as they called it, that car was unstoppable. It looked epic. I know it was Jurassic Park, a different kind of Raptor, or T-Rex, was sponsoring the car, Dinosaur. But, you know, I wish they would have done some type of thing to it. Maybe next year, if Raptor's still a sponsor, they can do that as a throwback. But other potential Gordon throwback schemes, throwback to the last win, maybe, the AARP MA car. You could do a Pepsi paint scheme, maybe. Whether it's, I remember Gordon ran the 04 Pepsi paint scheme when they did the Pro Invitational at Talladega. Gordon won that race in 04, and he did that with the 2020 Pro Invitational, that paint scheme. As I said, you could do really any Pepsi paint scheme. You could do maybe, I mean, even with the Raptor, you could do the Nicorette throwback, so the yellow and green flames, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of options out there for Jeff Gordon throwbacks. That is the point of me saying all this. But I'm very excited about this paint scheme. I can't wait for it to be on track. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for that. But let me know in the comments what you think. Once again, if you like this video, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We talk about NASCAR. We talk about F1. We talk about racing a lot on here if you couldn't tell. But once again, I said this in the last two videos, so I'll say this again. I'm going to Talladega this weekend. I will give more details on what I'm doing on Thursday or Friday. But yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm going to do for the F1 side of things, since I'm not going to be able to really get a full recap into the race, because I'll be able to watch the race, but I won't be able to do my full recap as I usually do, so it'll be quick. I'll kind of explain that in a video. Might do a live stream Friday. Got nothing going on Friday, so I might do a live stream during qualifying or something. But Talladega's this weekend. Speaking of tracks that Gordon did really good at, but Jeff Gordon fans of the world, be happy. I'm happy. I hope you're happy as well. See you in the next video.